Have you ever looked at your marriage after moving abroad and you feel that, this is what I expected? You are not alone. So many people after moving abroad kind of notice a shift in their marriage, okay? Shift in their relationship, the way they relate with each other. The change can always come in a good or bad way. Today's video, let's talk heart to heart why this happened and what can be done about that, okay? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosemary. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always coming back. In here, we talk about marriage, relationship, and motherhood. And if you're joining me for the first time, click that subscribe button, okay, so you will get notified anytime we upload a new video, okay? I moved abroad. I was excited at the new chapter of my life that is about to evolve or that is about to open, okay? I was very happy. My husband was very happy. But after the honeymoon phase of our relocation phase, we started facing reality, okay, having to do with, being there for my studies and my husband also going outside the house all the time to, try to provide for us, socialize in a new environment, okay? I started noticing that our relationship were being stretched to a different point that I didn't know it could, because back then in Nigeria, I had a weekend husband. What I mean by that, my husband will come back in the weekend, and Monday to Friday, he's off going to work, okay? I don't see him, I only see him during the weekend. And during that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday that we'll have for each other, we are always doing things together, always there for each other, trying to, accommodate, and him trying to make up the time that he was away from the house. And me, I'm trying to, show him love from the point that he was away from the house, okay? Now, moving to the UK, we are stuck with each other, seeing each other eyeball to eyeball. Like, sometimes we're in the mood to talk to each other, sometimes we're not in the mood. I started noticing this shift, and, I reached out to other people, other friends. I noticed that I am not alone, okay? I kind of noticed that the reason why this thing is happening is because of new environment, new pressure, right? We are now in a different environment where we don't have brothers and sisters. We are there for ourselves, we got each other's back, okay? We're always trying to be there for each other, be a shoulder for each other to lie on. And I noticed that it is also the same thing with other marriages in the UK. Hence why I'm making this video, why this change is happening. In case you notice such thing in your marriage, just know that you are not alone, okay? It has to do with the new environment, and it comes with new pressure. Trying to, get a new job, trying to start life afresh, trying to socialize with your environment, get familiarized with people around you, the way they do their things, new environment, new pressure, like I always say, okay? Yeah, that's one of the reasons why you often will notice this change in your marriage when you migrate. It might not necessarily be in the UK. It might also be in US, Canada, Australia, anywhere you are from the part of the world, okay? As long as you are moving from where you are, where you started from, to a different place, this pressure is bound to happen. New environment, new pressure, right? Another reason why you might be noticing this shift or this change in your marriage is new shift in roles, okay? I always say this, that back home we kind of have a defined role of what should be done and what should not be done, okay? Some men, they don't know how they wash their clothes when they get married. They trust their wife that, okay, wife will do it, and wife trusts the house help that, okay, house help will do it, right? I'm talking about house chores now, not necessarily your clothes, in terms of cooking, washing plate, being there for the children. They have somebody that is doing it for them back home, okay? Say for them, because I don't think I've ever had house help in my life, to be honest with you guys, because my sister that always come around, or my mom, and there are some things I cannot send her, okay? So I'm saying some people, and I'm not bashing those people. This is not coming from the place of judgment. So have help, or if you can afford it, by all means do, please, by all means do, okay? So I kind of noticed that one of the reasons why there is shift in this marriage is change in your marriage when you move abroad is because of, shift in roles and expectation, where back home we kind of have a defined role. This is what husband is doing, this is what wife is doing. But here in the UK especially, I'm talking about UK because that's where I am, right? Here in the UK, wife can do anything, husband can do anything as regard to house chores. Not now leaving the ironing part, even though I don't iron, it's my husband that still does the ironing. You're not now leaving the cooking part for only one person alone. Anybody that is at home will cook. Yes, anybody that is at home will cook. And if both of us were in the house and we feel like, okay, it's my husband that want to cook, anybody that feel led should cook. Now, if I'm saying anybody that feel led should cook, also understand your spouse, okay? Because sometimes in my house, my husband will still be at home and I'll cook. And sometimes my husband will go to work and come back and still cook while I'm at home. We work perfectly well in my home, okay? And we are not complaining. We are fine. We are there for each other. I'm just sharing with you guys some of the reasons why this shift happened, especially in marriage. Another reason why there is shift in marriage when people move move abroad is cultural adjustment and identity. Moving abroad is not just a physical thing. It's not just like, I know you have prayed, you have done the spiritual aspect of it, you have moved physically. It also has to do with the emotional part of it too. Like I always say, there are some people that adapt faster more than the other person. And if you are the one that is moving from, please try to carry your partner along. You guys will be there for each other emotionally, and so that when you speak the language that you are speaking, she too will understand. Instead of leaving her behind, okay, you are moving front, you are leaving me in level 1. You one they are living in level 1, also make attempt to be in level 2. Don't always wait for somebody to drag you. Just be there for yourself, okay? Now, like I'm saying, if your husband is faster, open up and communicate. Okay? I would like you to carry me along if you are doing this. Let's believe that some people adapt differently at their own different level. That is what I'm trying to say. The reason why we are having this shift is because so many people don't adapt faster to a new environment. Some people, they make friends easily, they socialize easily, they forget friends and family back home. Some people, is as if they are being tied to friends and family back home. I use myself as an example because when we moved here, my husband has adjusted or adapted faster to their food, and I don't find it difficult that, oh, I cannot get my sweet potato. It's always potato that doesn't have taste. Okay, I'm using that as an example. And also some of their food, meats and dumpling, I will see my husband eating it with joy, with so much passion. And me, I don't have first love with food. Me and food, we don't do love at first sight. Okay, I'll just first of all be skeptical about it, like taste a little bit of it, and my husband will always laugh at me. I don't adapt easily with people's food. Not that I will not eat it, but that, like, you know, excitement to try it is not always there. It takes time. I always like to take my time before, you know, trying. And when I try it, I will not like it, and I'll remain there. That's the challenge. That's the problem. And before I notice, okay, my husband has already moved to the next food. You get? So I kind of noticed that he tried to bring the food back home for me to taste first before we go out. Just like, okay, I'll try this English breakfast. I'm going to buy it for you so that you test it. And I'm testing it. I'm like, Anyway, that being said, you understand the point I'm trying to make, right? Some people adapt faster more than the other person, and it kind of cause a change in your marriage. Another thing that might possibly cause this change is the weight of isolation that we often bear when we move to a new country, right? We don't have siblings, we don't have mom, we don't have aunties and uncles that will always, you know, call or check up on us, call us to know how we are doing. I'm not saying that they don't call, but you know, they're always being careful or minding their data and all that. Cost of data in Nigeria is not cheap. Let's not sugarcoat it, right? Yeah, they always, you know, have their own life to live basically, and you are there feeling isolated, like, oh, you cannot, you know, have that luxury of having brothers and sisters to always be there to listen to you, to listen to your problem, listen to your burden. I mean, they also have their own life to live, right? So that weight of isolation will kind of bring shifts in your marriage. Sometimes I feel like, I wish. But we can only wish, right? Yeah. Now, another thing that might possibly cause this change is financial burden. Money works here differently. How we know it back in Nigeria. I said in my previous video that in Nigeria we pay some of our bills yearly, right? But here it's being done monthly, and you trying to be there, you know, go to work to meet up to this need and expectation. Some spouse, if you are the wife and you are the one that is being neglected in terms of you are the one that is getting small chunk of the money from the house, you start feeling like, okay, your husband on the other hand will start feeling like, you are not appreciating me enough. I'm the one that is going out there, I miss the weather, I miss everything, to make sure there is food in this house. Then when I come back, you are treating me with resentment, because wife on the other hand is feeling neglected, that, oh, he feels that he's the one that is making all the bulk of money and he's not giving me time, he's not like, there are about to be some changes in between all these things. Okay, the other person is having their own mindset about what they should experience in their home, and the husband on the other hand is having, like, okay, his own mindset or what, or on how he should be treated when he comes back home. Okay, yeah, the burden is real. The financial pressure and isolation is real. Okay, another thing that's causing this thing is cultural belief and cultural shift. Okay, here back home in Nigeria, you have a lot of people that share your ideas, share your belief on what marriage should be all about, on how this should be done as regard to, you know, husband and wife, right? But moving over here, you see a lot of people that are I've been married for 12 years, but I'm no more in the marriage. Oh, I'm not married, I'm living with my boyfriend. Oh, I'm not married, I'm staying with my partner. Oh, we're not married. Like, they have different culture and different belief, and you start second-guessing yourself on what you know about love and commitment to each other, right? Before you know it, if you're not strong, if you're not, your foundation of your marriage is not deeply rooted in Christ, you start second-guessing yourself. I bet you're even doing the right thing. I said all that to say that those change, or all those cultural shift and cultural shock can also bring a shift somehow in your marriage. Okay, so it is important that you watch it. Yeah, it is important that you take care, you watch it, so that you don't see, your marriage will not drift apart. Okay, I've made a video on some of the reasons why marriage drift apart, especially Nigerian marriage in the UK. I'll leave the link in the card. So having said all that, what can we possibly do as regard to this change? Okay, first and foremost is to carry each other along, talk, discuss about it openly, husband and wife. You just, you are two of you now against the world, against wherever you are. Okay, before you start making support system, just be comfortable to talk about things with each other. Be open, be transparent, talk about it. Oh, I feel that you are adapting better more than me, can you help me? Like, just like I was telling you that my husband adapted faster in terms of food than me, right? Put in the work to make sure that I'm adapting as fast as he's adapting. Okay, even though I cannot measure up with his level, but I still try to adapt. Talk about it. It's just you and your spouse against wherever you are, right? So talk about it openly. Do not be ashamed to talk about it. I know another person, like a friend of mine, that was talking about how I was feeling, or the change that I've noticed in my marriage and all that. They said, try to create your own support system, which is not always easy, you get, because when you go there, you're looking for people that share the same belief, that share the same idea with you. And if you don't find them, you kind of become a bit reserved or a bit tight in terms of opening up, right? You don't open up easily, but it is doable if you made up your mind that, okay, I'm going to find my support system, I'm going to find my tribe, and be there for them, for people that that are your tribe, people that are your tribe to communicate with. Even if it's one person, like I always say, that we should do, or that we have done, is create time for each other. Be intentional about it, even if it's 15 minutes. Because I am the one that has the flexibility of choosing the time I go to work and the time I don't go to work. Sometimes I intentionally will not choose to go to work the day my husband will be at home. Yes, so that we'll just sit down at home and bond with each other, look at ourselves, look at each other, and try to make strategic plans, be there for each other emotionally. Okay, because try to be there for each other, make our time, be intentional, and talk about it openly. Okay, now share with me in the comment section, did you notice any change in your relationship, in your marriage, when you move abroad? Like, or do you feel that your marriage was still the same way it was when you moved to a new country? Drop that for me in the comment section. Remember, your story can change another person, or your comments can motivate other people to start making adjustments in their marriage. Okay, don't hold that information that God has given you. Share that with me in the comment section so that other people can learn. Okay, I love and appreciate you guys, and I like making this kind of video because I can tell the impact this video is making in the life of people. Okay, so let me know in the comment section. Like I said, if you find value from this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, remain blessed, and don't forget that I love you. Okay, bye guys.